This is Scotty and Andrew, and you're listening to Fun with Horror.
Well, hello, everybody out there. You're listening to. Hang on, let me try that again, buddy.
Okay.
Hello, all you peeping toms out there. You're listening to another episode of Fun with Horror, your weekly movie review podcast in which my buddy Andrew and I give each other movies to watch, and then we watch them the following week. We only have two rules. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I think.
I feel like I'm messing up this whole intro, buddy.
Let's restart it. How about that?
No.
Oh, okay. Keep going.
Hello, and welcome to Movie Phone. If you know the name of the movie you'd like to see, press 1. See, I'm all messed up because of that. Anyway, so what we do is we give each other movies to watch. We take turns doing this, and then we watch them the following week. We have two rules. Number 1, whoever picks the movie has to pick a movie they've never seen. And number 2, we both have to watch the movie. Last week, I picked Watcher, directed by Chloe Okuno. 1 second. Ziggy, don't. Okay. Sorry, the cat. Directed by Chloe Okuno and starring Maika, Monroe, and Karl Glusman and Gorman. Of course, stay tuned until the end of this episode to find out what Andrew is going to pick for next week. Nice. Did I get that out right, buddy?
I think, you know what? This might end up being my favorite intro. I like it.
Why? Because I screwed everything up?
No, because it was just natural, man. Like, it was like, hey, let's go with it, dude.
Well, I am a natural woman.
You make me feel. And that's all I can sing.
Don't do it.
That's all I can
right.
sing.
We just got sued.
Dang it.
We got sued.
Dang it. Again? Oh.
How are you, buddy? How's your week?
I'm good. It was an okay week.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, man. Happy Tuesday.
It was an okay week? Wait. Let's go back. It was an okay week? Why?
I don't know. Just nothing. Don't feel like anything happened this week. You know, it was just all right, a week so. Oh, no, that's not true.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Boy, hi. Welcome to the roller coaster life of Andrew. I watched a couple horror movies with Kylie.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Man, it's catching fire.
Dude,
this horror
every
movie
night
watching.
Yeah, every night she's like, "Let's watch one." I'm like, "All right." But we watched two.
What'd you watch?
We watched. She wanted. No, don't get upset because it's not Jaws. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. But she wanted a shark movie, and she saw.
I'm upset.
She wanted a shark movie, but she saw one on. We were scrolling. She saw 47 Meters Down, which I'd seen. And she's like, "I want a shark movie," and I was like, "All right, let's watch that." So we did, and she liked it. And
why would I get mad?
Well, no, not mad, but I was afraid when I said we wanted to watch a shark movie that you'd go and think it was Jaws, and I was a little.
I do make that noise.
You do, and that's why I was like, I don't want to feel bad, disappoint Scotty, but at some point we will watch Jaws. Yeah. But
I'm okay if you don't, because it may be dated to her, you know?
See, that was my worry. And she had seen this one already and was like, ooh, that one. And I was like, yeah.
You can watch The Meg with her?
She's seen The Meg.
What?
I know.
It's not really a horror movie, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, she liked that. She likes sharks, man. She's like into shark movies. I'm like, cool.
No, I haven't seen 47 Meters Below or Down or whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
Did she like it?
She did. She did like it. Yeah.
What else did you watch?
And then the other one we watched. So, okay, well, I found out that.
Don't get mad.
Don't get mad. Well, you might on this one. No, you won't. But I had found out recently that she has already seen, like, the Conjuring movies at her other family's house. And I was like, okay. Which was kind of a bummer, one, that she's seen it already, but two, that I didn't get to watch them with her. So, she hadn't seen, and I know I think it's one of your least favorite, if not least favorite, in the series, but she hadn't seen Annabelle Comes Home.
Terrible.
Oh, man. I actually like that movie.
I don't know why.
I don't know why you don't.
I can't believe you like The Nun less than that one.
Nun, I couldn't. If I never see The Nun again, that's too soon.
If Annabelle never comes home again, I'll be happy.
Why? Maybe this is a discussion for another a whole episode of why I didn't like The Nun and why you didn't like Annabelle Comes Home.
Yeah, maybe we should do a special bonus episode called Fighting with Horror.
Ooh, that could be
where
fun.
we argue about a movie.
Yeah, but I'm such a yes man that by the end I'd be like, you're right.
You're right, Scotty.
Sorry,
it's terrible.
Scotty.
I love The Nun.
Yeah, it's the best.
It is like Indiana Jones in the Conjuring universe.
You're right, it kind of is.
I'm telling you, and this is why I love it.
Oh my!
I don't
gosh.
watch it as a horror movie. I watch it as an adventure film with some horror aspects to it, and it's fine.
That's fair enough. You're right, Scotty. It's
Annabelle
great.
Comes Home is just a jump scare fest.
But, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's some really cool creatures-esque in that movie.
Is there, though?
Yes, Scotty, there is. Dude, there's more. Yeah. I don't
You know
want to
what,
spoil
though?
anything.
You know what? That's okay, though.
You're right. You're right.
Because, I've told you the
Mhm.
kick that I've been on recently.
Yes.
And my opinions will make people shut this podcast off, too.
Right.
But I think we've been talking long enough to where if they shut it off, it still counts as a listen. So here we go.
Woohoo!
I think Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom are amazing films.
I agree with you, man. I'm not arguing that.
Oh, a lot of people would, though.
Why?
A lot of people think Fallen Kingdom is crap.
But, huh.
And I thought it was not great either, but the more I watch it, the more I love it. And except for, and I'll just say this, the lava scene, and
Yes.
everybody knows what I'm talking about, everybody that's seen it, except for that silly scene, I think it's a brilliant movie.
I totally agree. When I go to see a Jurassic Park movie, I just am excited to see dinosaurs, man. I'm really I guess I'm simple in that way where I like simple things, but I'm
Is
excited.
that why you
to-
like to FaceTime me? Whoa!
Oh!
Hey! Hey! I called myself old, everybody.
This is seriously gonna be my favorite intro we've ever done. So crazy. In the best way.
Okay. I'm glad I can make you happy.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you.
Should we just talk about Watchers? Wait, let's not confuse everybody.
Yeah, it's like the
We're
singular.
doing the 2022 film Watcher, not the 1980s film Watchers with Corey Haim.
Not the plural.
Yeah,
Singular.
not plural. But I mean, are we still talking about dinosaurs?
No. Watcher.
Okay, let's do Watcher.
There's this guy that lives across the street, and he's always looking over here.
Looking over here how?
Every time I look over there, he's just staring right at me.
Scotty, my friend, I am very, very excited to talk to you about The Watcher. Not The Watcher. There's no the. It's just Watcher.
There's no the.
It's not
Man,
Watchers.
We both just...
Yep.
It's one word, and we can't get it right.
You can't get it. Welcome to Fun with Horror,
Watcher.
everybody.
Watcher.
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 Watcher. No, we're going to talk about Watcher. There you go. Good job, Andrew. All right. But of course, before we do, I just want to let everyone know this is your spoiler warning. We are going to talk everything and all things about Watcher.
Well, maybe not everything. We might leave out something.
Well, you're right.
But we're going to spoil it.
We are going to spoil it. So if you have not seen Watcher and you're okay with spoilers, hey, keep listening. But if you don't like spoilers and you haven't seen Watcher, pause it right now. Go watch Watcher and then come back and join us. But My friend, I would love to hear, though, a 3-minute recap, if you wouldn't mind.
All right.
And I know the people would, too. Yeah, 3-minute recap
people
about
would.
Watcher, yeah.
The people still listening after my Jurassic World opinion.
Yes, our select few, they're still there. They're loyal.
They're still there. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Here we go. All
All
right. Okay, so Watcher is about a woman, Julia, who moves to Romania with her partner, Francis. And he's got a job. They're from New York, but he's actually Romanian. So soon upon getting there, they're in this high-rise apartment, and she notices somebody across the way in another apartment complex seemingly watching her. And so begins a movie full of paranoia, and you never know, is somebody actually watching her? Is it in her mind? We just don't know. Her husband starts off kind of believing her, but then he doesn't believe her. And she falls further into paranoia and loneliness and isolation because she doesn't speak Romanian. And eventually, she calls the cops on the guy, but then the guy calls the cops on her. And then they meet in a subway train, and they have a conversation. And basically, he tells her that he saw her wave at him, and he waved back, and he thought they made a connection. And then all this stuff happened, and he just wants her to apologize. Well, she gets off the train, and she goes home. Her and her husband are having issues, so she's packing her stuff when all of a sudden she hears music from the apartment next door, who belongs to her friend Irina, who has been missing for a while. She goes next door. She finds Irina's decapitated body in a chair. And then all of a sudden a bag goes over her head. Well, she's been captured by the Watcher guy. He has been following her. He is crazy. He is the spider serial killer that they've been talking about on the news. Well, he holds a knife to her throat. She starts to scream where he slits her throat a little bit. Not super bad, but it looks pretty bad. Her husband comes home and is next door. He calls her phone. She meanwhile is trying to crawl towards a table, but the Watcher guy is following right behind her, and then she seemingly lays on the floor, bleeds out, and dies while he sits there and stares into her eyes. Meanwhile, her husband calls her phone, hears it ringing next door. He goes out into the hallway. He sees the Watcher dude leave the other apartment, and as he starts to walk forward, suddenly, bam! The Watcher dude gets shot. She had been playing dead, and she had gotten the gun out of the coffee table, and she had shot the Watcher. Shot him dead. And the last shot is her looking at her husband like, "You fool, you idiot. Look, I told you." But she doesn't say all that. She just looks at him like that. And then credits roll.
Beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. That was... I would not have changed a darn thing about that, man.
Nothing?
Nothing. No, that was
Nothing.
perfect. Not one thing. Nope. I loved it. That was so good.
What'd you think of the movie, buddy?
This is your movie. I
threw you for a loop. I just asked you first. Bam.
Such a brat. It was okay.
Let me ask you this. How did you watch it?
I watched it by myself, and yeah, I watched with headphones on.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll explain why, but it was okay to me.
Oh, I know you
Okay.
will.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
Oh yeah, that's what the podcast is.
Yeah.
Oh
we
my
review
gosh.
movies here, so you're gonna have plenty chance to explain your how wrong you are.
Then
No,
okay.
I'm
yeah.
kidding. I'm
Oh.
kidding, buddy.
Well, what did
Can't
you
be
think?
wrong. I loved it.
Right on. Okay.
I watched this movie on a Sunday afternoon in broad daylight, and surprisingly, I was just riveted the entire movie.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I was like, because I had no idea. All I knew was that it was about. I knew what it was about. I'd seen the first beginning of the trailer.
Oh,
So
speaking of that, okay, before we
Yeah.
jump in, you had mentioned you were like, I think I know what this movie is, and if I don't,
I was wrong.
Oh, okay. Did you think it was going to be a vampire movie?
Wow, no.
Oh,
no.
whoa, I did.
Wow. Is this why you were disappointed in the movie because it didn't turn out to be a vampire movie?
No, but I did think at one point there was a few clues for a vampire movie.
What?
Yeah, dude.
No way.
Yeah.
I don't know where you got that.
What?
You're going to have to tell me all about this because
Oh.
no, I didn't get vampires at all. I didn't
Oh,
even think it was going to
man.
be supernatural. I just thought that the way they were setting it up in the trailer, it was going to be all in her head.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even think it was going to be a real person watching her. I thought it was going to end up being some mannequin or something.
Ooh, that would have been interesting.
That's just from the trailer, though.
Okay. I
But
like
no,
that.
it was. I was like, yeah. I had tension the entire movie because I felt for her.
Mm-hmm.
I felt I could. I don't know. I thought Chloe Okuno, the director, did a brilliant job of portraying this character in a way that you felt her loneliness and her isolation, even though she was around people, even though she was there with her partner. She did such a great job, which also led to her paranoia about this person possibly following her and watching her.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought the final scene was just crazy, and I liked the fact that she did not die.
Me too. I totally agree with that. I love
Because I thought they had a line in the movie
Mm-hmm.
where they say, well, I did not write it down, but she says when she's talking to Irina in the strip club, or Irina says to her, better that than being raped, strangled, and dying while saying "I told you so."
right. Yes.
And I was like, oh, I hope that's not how this movie's going to end, where she dies and that's her way of saying "I told you so." Which would have been, I wouldn't have hated it, but it would have been a much different ending for me.
I agree, but I think this worked way better. This was a lot more fun. Plus I like revenge. I like the bad guy, losing in the end. So I thought that was good.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, as soon as the movie ended, I just sat there and I said, well, that was one huge message that said, believe women.
Yes, I totally agree with that. Absolutely. I had that, actually, I really had that same thought as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which I'm all for the message. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But I'll get into my negatives. But I'm curious.
No, let's get into your negatives.
Well, I want to know yours first. I'm curious. Did you have, because you liked it quite a bit. Did you have?
I didn't really have too many. I think I wrote down one little thing that I didn't care for.
Oh, okay.
And I kind of got to find it. I know I wrote it down. It was very small. It was very small. Nitpicky, even.
Okay.
So we had the scene in the theater that was also in the trailer where she's sitting in a nearly empty theater. She kind of goes in there to get away.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes in and sits in the seat directly behind her.
Yeah.
And she looks down. She sees his loafer. And then he kind of leans forward and you hear the seat creak. And she just sits there as long as she can possibly take it and then gets up and leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's just sitting there. But then later on, it just kind of frustrated me that, I don't think in it. Okay, how am I saying this? This would not have been part of the message. But I just wanted her to explain that a little bit more clearly to her partner. Because I'm not sure. Were they married?
I do not know.
Was he her boyfriend?
I
so
couldn't
I'm just
tell,
going to
yeah.
keep calling him her partner.
Okay, yeah, that works.
But him and the cops, she didn't say how this person sat right behind her in an empty theater and then leaned forward to get closer to her. Now, again, in the story of the movie, it wouldn't have mattered because they were already skeptical of what she was saying.
Right.
with everything else that had happened. But I would have liked it if she had gone that extra little bit to explain why she was so paranoid of this guy.
Mm-hmm. Nope, I totally get that. Yep.
But it's super nitpicky. Didn't really bother me at all. I really liked the rest of the movie.
Right on, man.
So I want to hear what you didn't like about it.
Well, it wasn't a vampire movie. No, I'm kidding.
And it wasn't about a big spider.
Yeah, there's no creatures. That's not a movie.
Well, the serial killer on the news was called the Spider.
Oh,
so
right. I see where you're going.
That was my joke that just fell completely flat to you.
No. It's just I'm not the smartest
I'm
sometimes. Yep. Okay. Bye. Welcome to the Andrew with Horror Show, where you just listen to me breathe.
That's my dream of this show, just to hear you.
Aw, thanks, buddy. No, my biggest gripe with it was I thought it was slow, man. I was waiting for it to kind of pick up. Now, there's some beats that are great throughout, and I trust me when I say I have a lot of very, very nice things to say about this movie. But the biggest thing for me was to me, it was just slow, and I just kind of wanted it to pick up, and I kept thinking that throughout. So I didn't have as much fun as I could have because I'm like, when is this going to pick up? I get it. When are we? There's got to be something going to happen. And I like I said, that's my big gripe. It was just slow to me.
This is starting to become a theme with you.
Right?
I feel like you've said this more than once.
I have, man. Yeah. But yeah. What's funny is there's movies though that are considered slow by a lot of people that I genuinely love. But there's just some that just hit me different, man, you know?
Interesting.
Mhm. So that's like I said, I mean really I don't have like a lot of.
Was it because of your expectations?
I had none. I really had none. I didn't even watch the trailer. I just jumped in and hit play. So I did not know. I knew nothing about this movie.
I think Saint Maud was a little slow for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it was.
See, now I'm just looking back at all our episodes. And I'm looking at specifically for the slow movies.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say The Night House was slow? Yeah, this Night House was slow to you?
Yep.
Oh, Andrew.
Yeah, man.
But you like Censor.
I did, which again is like
you didn't think Censor was that slow.
No, and that would be I think one maybe others might consider slow, but I loved it. I thought it was great. So I don't know. And I don't know if I connected more with her for some reason in Censor than I did with I don't know. I have no idea why.
I don't know either.
But that was just how I felt. And even the second time, I was like, I think I can forward some of these scenes because I'm like, I just need to want to get my notes down. But I don't know.
Well, for me, my second viewing was just, it wasn't that I was bored. It was just that, there was a mystery to my first viewing.
Right.
And that mystery was gone the second time. Like, I knew he was actually following her and watching her, whereas the first time I honestly wasn't sure.
Fair. Yep. Yeah. The only other little things, they're little, is when Julia gets all the neighbors and is banging on her neighbor's apartment. Everyone from like the apartment goes to see what's going on in there, and they open the door and they walk in. She has a feeling there's something in the closet. Like, she kind of looks at it. And I was like, what harm is it to go open that closet? People are mad at you. It will do nothing. And we find out later that the guy was in there with her neighbor and about to kill her. I'm like, I don't know.
Well,
to me,
that had already killed her.
You're right. Or had already killed her. But would have saved a lot of time and trouble. Which I know would.
Yeah, but then the movie would have ended.
Yeah, exactly. I get that, but I just was like.
But also, she got slightly distracted. She was looking at the closet, and then somebody said something to her, so she got distracted. I paid attention to that the second time.
Okay.
She got a little distracted.
All right, fair enough.
And also, there's that fear. There's that fear. The closet is cracked.
Right.
and maybe inside she's kind of relieved that somebody distracted her because she doesn't want to face what might be in there.
That's true. I like that. So again, that one's totally nitpicky, but just my thought was just open the stupid closet. And then my only other one really is, and this is I guess a little bit bigger, but it's in every, I feel like not every, but a lot of horror movies where it's, and movies in general, where just the main character isn't believed, even though.
Yeah, I mean, but I get you because I've said this before too.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the point of this movie.
I get that. No, totally. It just, I was like, okay, here we go. No one's going to believe her. It's all true. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know. I just was kind of, I like it. I love it more when, like, everyone is on board and they're like, yeah, that's creepy. I'm totally with you. And I think that's kind of more of an interesting story now.
No, I get it. I get what you're saying, but I don't agree with this movie. Because the whole point of the movie was the fact that women are so often not believed by men.
Right.
Especially by men. And, of course, in this movie, the one woman that she meets in her life, she believes her.
Right.
And is supportive of her. And actually, not all men. The movie makes a point of saying not all men because Irina's boyfriend shows up.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's right.
He believes her. He goes across the way with her.
Yep.
And knocks on the door. And even when he's got to go and she says, can you try one more time? He's like, yeah, okay.
Yep.
You know, he doesn't like go like, okay.
Right.
No, he's fine doing it. And then he like actually takes the extra step to make it threatening.
Which is, yeah. I really liked that scene. I thought that was fun. So I
liked him a lot, especially because Irina was talking crap about him.
Uh-huh.
And then we find out that he's actually seems like a really good guy.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, this is the point of the movie. And you could see, especially in her partner, in Francis, you could see things change within him. Because at first, he did believe her, it seems like.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
But something changed as soon as she wanted to call the police and get them involved, and he went over with the cop.
Mm-hmm.
When he came back, things were different. He did not. He just wanted her to drop it.
Yeah, well, even a little before that, when they go to the grocery store and they're watching the video camera, and he's like, I think that was before it, maybe not, but where he's like, she goes, see, he's watching me, and he goes like, or he's watching you, who's watching him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's a little cynical, but but after the cop, after he goes over with the cop, he turns not just cynical, but just I don't believe you.
Right.
And it's just like, yeah, it's frustrating, but it's supposed to be frustrating.
Right.
Because everything in this movie is from Julia's point of view, which I thought was brilliantly done.
Mm-hmm.
There are no Romanian subtitles, and forgive me if that's not the language they're speaking. I thought they mentioned that it was Romanian in the movie.
Yeah, I think at the beginning.
But there's there's no subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
So you're seeing everything from her point of view.
Yeah.
When she can't understand what people are saying, you don't understand it either.
Right. I did like that.
So I thought that was brilliant. And yeah, like you're supposed to feel the people that don't believe her, like the whole apartment complex getting mad at her.
Mm-hmm.
The cop.
Yeah.
The cop not believing her.
Mm-hmm.
But just, doing his job and humoring her. And it leads to her isolation and her sense of loneliness because nobody will believe her except for Irina, who then disappears.
Right. Makes her even more alone.
So,
yeah.
I'm just going to disagree with you pretty strongly on that one.
Hey, that's all right.
I thought that was a brilliant part of the movie,
Jumping in, though, I have to say one thing that we'll go into some good, obviously, but one thing I really appreciated as well, and I don't know if this is just me, but speaking of that isolation, there's a few moments in Julia's apartment where she's wearing, like, bright red. There's a few times, a number of times, and everything in her place is very, like, not bland, but not vibrant colors, kind of a very light blue and everything. And I thought that even showed that she's isolated in her own home. Again, maybe that's just me, but That was
No, I like it.
cool. All right. Yeah, I just felt like
You know what they call that?
What?
They call that an interpretation.
Oh, right on. I've heard
And
that.
I think that's beautiful. I didn't notice that. I noticed other things. Like, for me, I noticed how strong the theme of voyeurism was throughout the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right away, their first night there, she says, "Wake me up when you get up to go to work," and she wakes up and he has not wakened her.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, he has sent her a text with a picture of her sleeping.
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, it's her partner, but you know, that's what starts the voyeurism. Like, he's taking a picture of her while she's sleeping,
Right.
most vulnerable.
Oh, interesting. That's good.
And yeah, I like how the lack of curtains in the apartment really made me uncomfortable
Yes.
at the very beginning of the movie.
Yep.
Um,
I like too at the very beginning when we see them kind of, making out on the couch as we slowly pan out the window. I was like, oh man, they made us the watcher. They made us the voyeur by doing that, and made it just long enough where it's like I'm kind of uncomfortable. At least that, so I thought that was kind of brilliant as well.
so tell me this then. Let's go back to the theme of the movie
Okay.
and your frustration.
Yeah.
And my lack of my frustration, but in a different that didn't bother me, let's say.
Right.
But because this is something that I really appreciated. Did you doubt her? Did you wonder if she was actually the one that was watching him?
I didn't. However, I totally get why people would. But I didn't. I never really thought of her as that.
You had no doubt in your mind throughout the whole movie that he was watching her.
I really didn't. I really believed her from the beginning.
Wow.
Yeah. And maybe that's why too, is because I'm like, she's right. No one's listening, and I don't know. Maybe that's why. Because I'm like, I totally agree with her. Help her out.
See, I thought the movie was done in such a way that it even allowed me to cast doubt myself on whether she was telling the truth. But at the end, that made me look at myself. It made me confront how I look at situations like this. Like, I even doubted her as a viewer.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that kept going through my mind, though, was the theater scene.
Yes.
Because he wouldn't have sat behind her if it was innocent.
Right.
And then for a little bit, I actually, because there was, so at the very beginning of the movie, she wakes up and she hears her neighbor through the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so when we meet Irina, I actually, because I had no idea where this movie was going to go, I was wondering, are they like pulling the wool over our heads? Is Irina actually the spider serial killer?
That's good. Mm-hmm.
But, they're misdirecting by making us look at this very strange man across the way.
That's not a bad idea, though. I like that. But I totally get that, yeah.
Yeah, but, it wasn't.
Right.
Irina was the good person.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, also right away, I really noticed the cinematography.
I have that exact note. That's my first note.
Benjamin Kirk Nielsen is the DP.
Nice.
And I'm a huge fan, and I guess this is why I like Wes Anderson. I like symmetrical cinematography.
Yep.
And there was a lot of that in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I also really liked the color correction in the movie. I liked the way the whole thing looked.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everything looked big.
That's good, actually. Yeah. I would agree with you. Her apartment, when she goes to the museum, the theater, everything. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, it was weird. The aspect ratio of the movie looked bigger to me than it actually was.
Huh.
Which
Right on.
I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah.
No, I get that.
So there was that. I also really liked the music, the score.
I have that note too.
So the score was done by Nathan Halpern, and he also scored Swallow.
Oh, nice.
which is another movie done by somebody else, but it's another movie about a woman who's feeling isolated and lonely.
And see, I really liked Swallow.
You didn't think Swallow was slow.
I did not. No.
Look at you.
I know. See, I don't know.
I can't figure. You are an enigma, my friend.
I'm a
You are
jigsaw puzzle with
Andrew-
a few pieces missing, man.
What? No. What?
I don't know. I thought it sounded cool in my head, but
It sounded really cool in your head.
oh, dang it.
That just makes you sound insane.
Well, that's fair.
I'm a jigsaw puzzle with a few pieces missing. I tell you what.
Not only do I feel that way, but I also feel that way.
No, my friend, you are a puzzle, and only the strongest people can hope to put you together.
Thank you.
I don't know. That sounded good in my head too. We are batting 1,000 here.
Woo! This episode. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, go ahead.
One thing I was gonna say though is, I've always had this thing with music, and maybe this is normal. I don't know. I've never really talked to anybody about it. But if I hear just instrumental music, I usually input somewhere in my mind. So, like, for instance, it's hard to explain. For instance, the intro to this, when we do see kind of that pan out through the window and we see the title, I got the feeling of just walking through the forest during fall, and it made me very, very
Whoa.
happy. I don't know why.
Whoa,
I've
okay.
always that's how it's always been though. If I ever hear instrumental music, I'm always put somewhere. Or I always think of like a scenery or something. And this one reminded me of fall, which made me, as you know, I love fall. We all do. And so it made me very happy hearing that music. I don't know, man.
So you would say The Watcher made you happy because of the music.
The music,
Is what
yeah.
you're saying?
Yeah, the music, yeah. Not the Watcher. He did not make me happy.
Yeah, I get it, pal.
All right.
By the way, real quick, I just want to show you something. We always like open up IMDb to the movie we're talking about, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, are you on IMDb?
Yeah. I'm there right now.
Okay, scroll down.
Okay.
There's videos and then photos right above top cast. There's photos. Look at the first photo. Right?
Oh, photos there. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a spoiler.
That's a huge spoiler.
That's the
Like,
end of the
why don't you
movie.
just show the final scene of the movie? Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad I didn't see that.
Yeah. Oh wow. IMDb. Shame on you.
Yeah, come on now.
Come on. Wow.
Okay, so yeah, so now let's talk about the direction and the acting, because I just thought Chloe Okuno's direction was amazing.
I would agree with you. I loved how she directed. I loved the style of the movie. And I like you said, I did like it was all how it was filmed as her point of view. So I'm excited to see more from her. I just think that this one, for me, like I said, was just slow. That's all.
And see, where you thought it was slow, I was sitting here studying all these different feelings that she was creating. Like I mentioned the voyeurism at the beginning. You have the voyeurism. Then you have this feeling of violation when Julia comes home and her apartment door is just wide open because her landlady just let herself in with the electrician.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so right there you feel a little bit violated. Then they hear they go outside, and again voyeurism. They stop to watch this ambulance picking up somebody.
Very good.
And then they hear on the news about this spider, this serial killer, this person who's possibly decapitating or slitting the throats of women, and he cuts the throat of one so deep that he almost decapitates her.
Right.
And then you have like the dinner, where which the dinner was so frustrating for Julia, for me feeling for Julia.
Yes.
Because you know, they're sitting there talking in Romanian when they all speak English extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
And when you know somebody has the ability to be courteous and speak your language, but refuses to speak in your, refuses to do that, you feel like somebody's talking behind your back.
Totally.
You feel like you felt her awkwardness.
Yep.
She's trying to be a part of the conversation, but she can't because she has no idea what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Which made it even better near the end when they're at the big dinner party and they're speaking in Romanian and she understands what he's saying because she's been studying.
That was awesome. I know.
Yeah, I love that scene.
Me too.
That was great.
Yep.
Although I felt so apprehensive when she left by
Yeah.
herself at night.
Yep.
I was just like, oh no, something's going to happen.
Yep. Exactly.
But nothing happened on her way home except for running into the Watcher. And I forget. They have a name, I think, in the credits, but I forget his name.
Oh, on IMDb it just says Watcher, which I kind of appreciated. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
like the Shape from Halloween. I like that.
Yeah, exactly like the Shape from Halloween.
Mm-hmm. Well,
This could have been Halloween Ends.
yeah, it could. This this was a story. They're back to the drawing board, folks. Watcher already did it.
I did like the entire sequence where she goes to the theater.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great scene. I wish it hadn't been so... Like, they showed almost the entire scene in the trailer, and I wish they hadn't.
Mm-hmm.
But then she goes into the grocery store, and the second time I watched the movie, I noticed how if you pay attention while she's deciding whether or not to buy that pack of cigarettes because she quit, you see him walk in behind her.
Oh, I did not catch that.
Yeah. You see him, like, just in the background. He just walks in. It's really quick.
Nice. That's awesome.
I liked... So the other thing, that one night when the lady comes looking for her cat named Elvis, when she knocks on the door, it's so loud.
Yes. I thought that too.
So I appreciated the sound mix.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of 7. Because in 7, when they there's that chase scene in 7, and when there's gunfire in that scene, the gunshots were so loud in the theater. And I just remember never feeling that scared of guns in a movie as I did the first time I saw 7.
Wow, wow. I never got the opportunity to see that in the theaters. I wish I would have now. It's a great movie.
Yeah. So, and like you were saying, your frustration lied in people not believing her.
Mm-hmm.
And when we talk about people, we're mostly talking about Francis.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I even have that note. I really hated him.
Yeah.
The second viewing. Even more the second viewing, but I felt it was earned. He was supposed to be.
Right. Exactly.
Like, I was supposed to be angry at him.
Mm-hmm. And
especially at the end, he says, I'm tired of feeling like this because you can't let go of some fantasy, knowing that she was about to go home and almost get killed.
Yep.
Like, oh.
Oops. Yeah, I feel like if you and I are probably the same, where if Mary said something to you, you'd believe her, and if Cindy said something to me, I'd believe her, And so I was like, it does make you just hate him. You're just like, dude, be there for her. Like, that's...
Yeah, when I watched the movie again, I did explore my own feelings. And even though, as a viewer of the movie, I felt some doubt, I realized that it wasn't so much that it wasn't because I didn't want to believe her. It was because the first time I watched it, I didn't know if the movie was trying to trick me.
Right. Yep.
But I thought about it a lot the second time, and I thought, what would I have done in that situation? And I would have done everything I could to make her feel safe.
Right, exactly.
I did not like Francis, but there are people like that. He wasn't a bad character. He was a well-written character because he played somebody that's very realistic.
Mm-hmm.
I also... The second time I watched it, that was definitely a head in his bag. On the
right.
train.
Yes. Yep. I thought that too. The second time, same thing. I was because the first time, like, what is she looking at? Like, I couldn't tell the shape. I guess
The first time I thought maybe there was a head in there too, but I was like, "Is there a head in that bag?" But then the second time, knowing that it probably was a head,
yeah,
I could see the shape of the eyes and the mouth and everything.
Yep,
I
me
was
too.
Like, wow.
That whole scene was so creepy too. And again, it's one of those things where I got this as well, where even though she's been the victim this whole time, he, as the creepy man, is like, I deserve the apology. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, you
Yeah,
jerk.
yeah, for sure.
Like, yeah, I'll be nice to make this family friendly, but he's a stinker.
See, and that was another great scene though.
Mm-hmm.
That whole train scene I liked because I didn't know where that conversation was about to go, and I was wondering if that was going to be the movie. Like, this movie was just about paranoia, and in the end, it's going to turn out, oh, he's actually a pretty nice guy.
Yeah. Yep.
But nope, he's not.
No. He's a very, very bad person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which he played beautifully as well. Actually, I know you mentioned just for a second there the acting, but the acting in this was top notch, I think.
Yeah. So did you recognize her?
Yeah, I did. It follows.
See, I did not. I knew she looked familiar, but I had to look her up, and then I was like, oh, of course she was the star of It Follows.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course I recognized Gorman.
Right. Yep.
But and I didn't recognize Karl Glusman as Francis, even though I've seen Greyhound, which is not a horror movie, but I actually thought was brilliant.
I've not. Oh, Greyhound. Is that the one with Tom Hanks?
It is.
I've not seen that.
I recommend it.
Okay, I've heard
I know
good things.
there's people that didn't like it, but I recommend it. I think it's a kind of a nonstop. There's barely a room to breathe in that movie.
Oof. Okay.
And I love it.
Nice.
But he was also in Neon Demon, which I haven't seen.
I don't know that one.
And then, yeah, I mean, I think that's it. I also, I mean, I appreciated the ending. Just caught me off guard. Like, they went from 0 to 100.
Yeah, real quick.
I mean, there's a decapitated body right there.
Yep.
And then the fact that I just loved how it all played out. Like, I didn't like it, but I loved the way he actually did cut her throat.
Yeah.
He said, if you scream, I'll, he threatened her, and then he followed through.
Yep. No, I thought that whole last scene was brilliant. Like, horrifying, scary beyond all reason, but brilliant. And I totally forgot about the gun from earlier too. So when it goes off, I was like, yes.
I did too. I totally did.
Yep. Which is funny because it was put. I mean, she shows it in the movie for. I mean, it's there. They made a point to show it.
Well, they also make a point to show the drawer as she's crawling towards it.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
She's crawling, and then they show the drawer as she reaches out towards it, and you're like, oh, the gun's in there, and she's trying to get to it, but then she doesn't make it. Oh.
Yep. Oh, so good.
And then I love the look that she gives Francis at the end.
Yes.
And I was just like, yeah, Francis, you bad word.
Right. That I told you so look, but not having been killed. It was nice.
Yeah.
Real quick before we jump into our next segment, I did want to tell you why I thought it might be a vampire movie.
Oh, and I have that written down too.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to let you say it.
Well, there's a few things. One, Transylvania, of course, like Dracula's home, is in Romania.
Okay.
It's a part of it. She also I can't remember who it is. Either Francis or Julie. I think it's Julie gets him the little toy that's like a vampire.
Little Dracula figure.
And then I thought with just all the killings and stuff, I was like, oh, I think this is going to be like a vampire movie. We have a couple. I just thought that toy was kind of the nail in the coffin, pun intended, of like.
Are you sure that's why you didn't like the movie?
No, it's.
Are you sure, buddy?
No, I just thought, like, I was like, oh, it's a vampire movie. Cool.
And
that
then-
must
and
be
then
what
you're
Scotty
like,
thought.
Oh wait, no, it's not. It's not a vampire movie at all. This
Like,
sucks.
Oh, it's just about a.
It's just about a guy that's watching.
Oh,
It's exactly what the title is. Watcher.
yeah. Fool me once.
No, I even wrote down that she buys a Dracula figure for Francis, and I said maybe it foreshadows her throat getting cut, like
Oh.
because he also slices the side of her throat. You know,
That's
where
true.
a vampire might bite.
Yeah. I get it.
You know, it's a reach. It's a reach.
It's there though. It works.
It's there, but it's a reach.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Dracula because they're in Romania.
Yeah. So that's
And
why
she
I
buys
thought.
him a Dracula figure for no apparent reason.
Yeah,
That doesn't
exactly.
really come into play.
Exactly. I don't know.
Man, I'm glad I didn't think that because maybe I would have been disappointed. I would have been like, oh my gosh, is this a vampire movie? No.
Wait, is that me?
No, that's me.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's how
kinda
I
me.
would have been.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, I wouldn't. If I did an impression of you, it would not sound like that.
Oh, thanks, man. You want to do some questions?
Yeah, let's do 3 questions.
Who would cross the bridge of death must answer me these questions 3.
Okay. Question number 1. What was your favorite kill/death in this movie?
Well, I mean, Irina.
Oh, oh no.
What? It's the only one, right?
The Watcher.
Who else died? Oh, he did die, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm still going with Irina because even though I wanted him to die,
Uh-huh.
I was so shocked to see a decapitated body
Yeah.
and the fact that he was probably carrying her head around in a bag. which is
Yeah.
Creepy times 100.
That's true. That's a very
I'm going to stick with Irina.
I like it. Okay, that's
The
totally
fact that I
fair.
even forgot about his death because I was thinking about her so much, I'm going to say that was... See, remember, we say, what was your favorite... No, I guess never mind. We don't.
I count.
Never mind. So when we ask this question,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's kind of subtext that what was either your favorite killer death or what did you think was the best killer death?
Right. Yes.
So maybe we should just say that from now on. What
Yeah.
did you think was the best?
I like that better.
Bam. Bam.
Bam.
Irina.
Arena.
Decapitated.
Brilliant. Mine was Watcher. I was excited to see him die.
Yeah, I understand that completely.
Yeah. Now, question number 2. Was this movie scary?
I was tense as hell.
Ah, right.
And I think this movie could be scary too, especially to a woman who can put herself in Julia's shoes.
Yep. I thought the same
I think this movie could actually be terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
So, it didn't stick with me, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was very tense on a bright Sunday afternoon.
I actually agree with you. I was very tense. There was a lot of tense moments, a lot of uncomfortable moments.
Good.
It didn't stick with me though, like you. But yeah, I totally agree.
Very nice.
Yeah, man. And then question number 3, buddy. Did you have fun with horror?
Ooh, I like this movie a lot. I thought it was a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very masterfully directed. Just really well done movie.
Mhm.
I wouldn't call it fun.
Right. Yeah.
There's not a lot of fun in this movie. So
Right.
the answer is no, but I did think it was a great movie.
Nice.
However, Andrew,
Mm-hmm.
you
Oh. Yeah, I agree with you. It wasn't fun. But I don't know. I have to say I there was a lot to this movie I liked, but overall it's not one I'm really ready. I'm not excited to jump back into this one, man.
thought it was slow.
That was slow. Yep.
All right, well, there you go. Roll credits.
He's staring right at me.
Maybe. Or
Or what?
or he's staring at the woman who's staring at him.
I don't know, buddy. for some reason, I'm really excited this week to find out what you're going to pick for next week.
Uh-oh.
Go for it. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
I know there's one that you really wanted me to pick.
No, there's a lot.
I know, but there's
I
one in
didn't say-
particular.
No, there's not. I'm going to tell you right now. I
Okay.
made sure to say in my text that it's
Uh-huh.
completely up to you, but I just wanted you to know that it's on the table.
Fair enough. Okay.
And the only reason I said that
Mhm.
is because you've tried to get through the movie twice with Cindy, and you haven't been able to. And I thought maybe doing it for the podcast would be the kick in the butt that you need to actually watch this movie.
Fair enough.
But no, you don't even want to do that. So what are we watching?
I will tell you. No, I picked one. This has been on my list since even before the podcast. This has been something I wanted to see for a long time. And I don't know if you've seen it, but it's from 2007
Okay.
and it's called Rec. R-E-C.
Oh, I've never seen this.
Oh, right on. Okay. I've honestly, it pops up on lists all the time of like movies, horror movies you need to see, or movies you have to see in your lifetime, or whatever it is. And I've always been curious about it.
Yeah, it's supposedly one of the best found footage movies ever made.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, I'm excited that you haven't seen it. That's great.
Directed by Paco Plaza and Jaime Balaguerro.
Right on.
I'm going to learn how to say that before the podcast.
Oh, me too. I'll be the one having to say it.
We
which
both will.
I know. But unfortunately, the only place it looks like that you can stream it is if you have AMC Plus. It's on there, or rent or buy. It's not streaming anywhere right now.
Oh, boy.
I know.
Oh,
So,
good job, buddy.
I know, but it's been on my list forever,
See,
and
now
I
if
was
you picked another movie, that's on Disney Plus.
I hope that the people I like leaving it ambiguous, but I hope that at this point people are like, oh, got it. But they
I
might
still
not
don't-
be, maybe. I guess
I still don't
know.
think they'll know, because
Yeah.
then they would have been like, wait, Disney Plus?
Yeah.
What? What horror movies on Disney Plus? Escape from Witch Mountain?
Right? Aw.
Oh,
Well,
it's not that. It's not that. And it's not The Haunted Mansion starring Eddie Murphy.
that's right. It's not Halloween Town 1, 2, or 3.
Oh.
We're going back
It's
to the
not Hocus
90s.
Pocus.
Yeah. Oh.
No, I said no. It's not.
No, I know, but I do like that movie. That was my excitement hearing Hocus Pocus.
Oh, come on. You got more excited about that than the movie we're actually talking about. I don't know what's happening here.
It's a day, dude. It's a day.
I don't know what's happened to you. It's more than a day.
It's just who I am now. Oh, boy.
Andrew hates Marvel.
That's not true.
I
It's
don't
not
know. I
true.
don't know. You're going to have to prove it to me, buddy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I have given you the job of watching this movie before, and you said, okay, I'm going to do it, and you didn't do it.
Yeah.
So I can't even say that anymore.
I know.
I can't even say is your job. You have to watch this movie before next week,
Yeah.
because I'm just going to, my heart's just going to end up broken again.
Well, someday I'll surprise you,
Yeah, I guess you will.
and you'll be happy.
2025.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of me kind of just wants to keep this going. It's kind of fun. Does that mean?
Yeah, that is mean.
Okay,
wow.
I won't do it then.
Wow. Ouch.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
I'm
my
not that
heart.
mean. I'm sorry. That was a joke. Now I feel
I
bad.
am going to spoil every Marvel movie I see the weekend I see it.
Speaking of which, did you hear how Thor ends? No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
I did. No, but I'm going to know how it ends tomorrow.
You mean you knew how it ended?
3 days ago. 3 days ago.
That's right, because this is Tuesday,
It's Tuesday.
and we don't record on Friday.
It was so good. Heck, maybe by the time we've recorded this, you've seen Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, then you know what? Then you'll feel foolish.
I will not feel foolish.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. Because we also talk on Tuesdays, and then maybe we'll finally get to talk about it.
Fair.
Anyway.
Anyway,
I love you.
I love
do
you
love
too.
you, buddy.
I love you. I love you.
I do love you.
I do love you.
I would like to hug you.
I'd like to hug you too, man. It'd be fun. It'd be nice.
Real quick, wait, talk. Say something.
Hi, everybody. Again, Fun with Andrew, the new spin-off without Scotty, where you just hear me breathe, begins October 31st. This is all a joke, by the way, everybody. These are lies. I'm not sure.
Fun with Andrew, in
Fun
which
with
you hear
Andrew.
me talk about anything other than Marvel movies. Because I hate them.
I take call requests, and if anyone brings up Marvel, I immediately hang up.
Goodbye.
You're done.
Yeah, so this I found what I was looking for.
Oh, okay, cool.
We're back to Fun with Horror.
Thank you.
Fun with Andrew is over.
It's done.
Back to Fun with Horror. I just wanted to say thank you to Hardy Nugget 96 on YouTube, because as you people out there might know, and I should have said this at the very beginning, because I wanted to remind everybody that we have a YouTube channel, because nobody's listening. Let's be serious. Nobody's listening right now.
Right.
It's just you and me.
Yep, that's right.
Everybody's giving up. They're like, oh, geez, they're talking about Marvel again.
Yep.
Anyway, so we have this YouTube channel,
Mm-hmm.
and I've gotten behind on uploading our episodes, and it's mainly because, we don't get a lot of views. I put them there as like a backup.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe somebody will happen upon some of our episodes on YouTube, and there we go. There's a podcast, but we got a really nice comment
Yeah.
by a guy named Hardy Nugget, who said he was a longtime quiet subscriber, and he was just wondering if we were still going to post to the channel.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then he saw on Instagram that we were a few movies ahead on our podcast platforms than we are on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And that made me feel real good. And I was honest to him. I said, look, I just didn't think we were getting that much engagement on YouTube, so it's just, I was still going to keep uploading stuff, but it was like it was way down on my priority list.
Right.
But
Mhm.
I've been uploading our episodes, so we're going to get caught up on YouTube again.
Nice, dude.
So anybody that wants to listen to our podcast on YouTube can go to the Fun with Horror podcast YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And listen to our podcast there. So again, thank you, Hardy Nugget 96, for your comments. I really
Yes.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We
both
genuinely-
really appreciate it,
Yeah.
not just me.
No, not just Scotty. I appreciate it too.
I'm just the only person that likes Marvel.
Stop it. You're such a brat.
Andrew doesn't even like Sam Raimi.
Stop it. That's not true. Blasphemy.
He hates Bruce Campbell.
Knock
So-
it off. You're going to get me like death threats.
Well, all you have to do is watch a single movie, and it'll all go away.
Fine. Oh my gosh.
All right, buddy.
All right, man.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'm looking forward to watching Wreck.
Me too. Me too.
So we will watch that, and we'll be back next week for another fun-filled episode of Fun with Horror.
That was beautiful. I kind
All
of
right.
got captivated with you just now. Sorry.
Did you get chills?
A little bit. Yeah.
You want to? Since this is the very end of the podcast, you want to hear a Scotty fact?
Yes.
When I hear about somebody being put in immense pain, like somebody falling on a fence or something and getting stabbed with a chain link fence and getting hurt,
Yeah.
it makes my butt tingle. My buttocks tingle. It's true. I get a little. I don't know why, but it's always happened.
I
Like if somebody's like, "Oh, I ripped my fingernail clean off." Ooh, butt tingle.
I don't know how to respond.
All right, bye everybody.
said after I involved the police, that would be the end of it. But I felt that what I really needed was an apology.